All right, Ward, I'm George Kill. We're here with John Commodores, a.k.a. Kong of the Detroit Pistons. How you doing, man?
Oh, doing good.
Great. So you're actually our new episode of Soul Access. We want to get a look inside of the locker rooms.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah, what do you have to show us that's different from other teams?
Well, we have one of the original practice centers in the league. It's the oldest one, built in 1993. Right. So we have a lot of history here.
Yeah,
so
and I also hear what's interesting is you've only been doing this for 4 years, and the Pistons only have actually had a only actually had a manager for 4 years.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, so it's new territory. So I'm building a lot of new stuff. As you guys will see, a lot of the stuff is still under construction right now. I just redid my laundry room, equipment room, and office area, and both my equipment rooms too. Both my equipment rooms were just finished 2 days prior to training camp, so it was a lot of work getting it all in.
Cool, let's go check it out.
Cool. Here we are in the Pistons locker room at the practice center. This is our everyday locker room where we do most of our work at. Over here is Aron Baynes' locker. He's our Australian. He wears the shoes from last year because they had a big crossover of shoes to this year, new ones. So he's still trying to make his adjustments and figure out what shoe he wants. So right now he's still wearing the old ones. Next to him is Spencer Dinwiddie. He's a Kobe guy. Always will be a Kobe guy. So all he has is Kobe's. Lots of different colors of Kobe's.
And you mentioned the entire team most of the team loves Kobe's.
Yeah.
You have a Kobe stash.
Yeah. I have a Kobe stash because a lot of the guys wear the same size shoe, and instead of having a bunch of different sections for the guys that wear Kobe's, I just have one large Kobe section of size 13s for about 4 guys. Yeah. So we got the all reds. You can see how this is his game shoes from last night, so he's due for a new pair. So he's got the ones down there. I think this is one he did himself off of Nike ID. So these guys customized. And then we got Contavious, who is wearing LeBron's right now. That's his favorite shoe, but every once in a while he branches out. So that's why he has a couple of different kinds. He likes wearing his throwbacks every once in a while in practice. And he wears the Kyrie's and the Kobe's. And then the throwbacks when he's practicing around, walking around.
Is he very particular about what he wears, or is
yeah.
he fairly easy to work with?
It's always easy to work with. Just little things like last night we played Cleveland and didn't want to wear LeBron's. Because I mean that's just a lot of guys don't mind wearing another guy's shoe. They just don't want to play against another guy in his shoe. It's just this thing. I wouldn't either. These are his Kobe's right here that he wears, and another one of his shoes he brought from home. Next we got Steve Blake. Right now he practices in Kyrie's. But when he goes to play, he plays in Kobe's. Right. And he's still, the Kobe shoe changed pretty significantly between last year and this year. So he's still wearing his old Kobe's from last year. He's got a bunch at home that he still uses. The ones right here. That's because that's his favorite shoe. Next we got our, as you can see down here, this is our rookie, Stanley Johnson. As it looks like a rookie locker right there. I've cleaned it up for him a few times. But yeah, he likes his shoes. So he wears a different pair of shoes almost every game. Brings a lot from home, a lot of Nike ID shoes that he creates himself. As you can see here, I organized it for him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's probably about 3 layers of shoes right there. This is one of his ID pairs. I think these are his shoes from college, from Arizona.
Would you say Stanley is the biggest sneakerhead on the team?
On the court, yes. I'm not sure about off the court. Off the court could be debatable, a different couple guys. But definitely on the court. This is our first Jordan guy we're going to come to. We got 2 Jordan guys on the team. This is Reggie Bullock. Right now he's wearing the CP3s. And he doesn't go through shoes too often. Ever since he finally found the shoe he wanted from Jordan, because there's about 4 or 5 different types of Jordans he can wear. He found the one he likes. He doesn't really need to change them that often. Now this is another one of our vets with his old school shoes, Anthony. He's got, obviously you can see he's got orthotics that he wears. This shoe they don't make anymore, so he's really pacing himself with his shoes. He's one of the easiest guys to work with because he has, I want to say probably about 18 pairs of shoes left, and he doesn't want to wear anything else for the rest of his career. Yeah, and it's a good shoe. It keeps up. Last year he went through 3 pairs of shoes the entire year. And he's lucky because when he was in Boston, he went from Miami to Boston, and couldn't wear any of his shoes that were here. These red ones, couldn't wear any of these. So he was really really worried. And then as soon as we traded for him here, he was kind of relieved because back to wearing reds again. So he's able to wear his whole stockpile of shoes. Yeah.
What is it about the shoe that he really likes?
It's just the size he wears. He has such a big foot. He's a size 16 shoe, but he wears a size 17. And just being a big man, having the support and the comfort of the whole shoe and the width of it too. A lot of times with guys that are, I'd say 16 and up, size 16 and up, they have a problem with the width of the shoe. So that's why they always struggle trying to find the right shoe. And once they find a good shoe, they just want to give it up. And then this is our Under Armour guy, Brandon Jennings, one of the original Under Armour guys. So right now he's recovering from his Achilles injury from last year. I'm just on the brink of getting back on the court. So he's still working out. He's doing basketball drills and all that. But this is one of his many different kinds of shoes from Under Armour, which I'll show you guys when we get into the equipment room. He's got about 4 shelves right now, and that's light. So whatever he wants, he gets from Under Armour, whatever colors. I mean, he calls them up and says, hey, you know what? I feel like having these shoes in red and blue. 2 days later, got red and blue shoes.
Now, in the past, when he was on the court, how many shoes did he go through in a season?
He would go through at least 1 new pair a game. Yeah. And the way he moves, he breaks down shoes quick. And when you have that kind of option to wear that many shoes, I think it's a great thing. Because then you never have to worry about shoe breaking down on them, anything like that. This is our other Jordan guy, Andre Drummond. Right now he's wearing the Dubs because that's the only shoe that'll fit his foot. He wears a size 18, and his foot is so wide that it can't fit in a normal shoe. It's just, if you watch him put his foot on the ground when it's barefoot, it's impressive. Like if you maybe a foot in the sand, it's just a square like Bigfoot. You don't really see an arch or anything. It's just like flat. So that's why this shoe is so perfect for him, because you see the bottom. Yeah. That fits his foot perfectly. So even most guys, you wouldn't even think about playing in a shoe like this because it's so heavy. Like, check it out. Yeah. It's just a big, heavy.
Size 18.
Yeah, but for him, it's perfect. For his weight, I mean, this guy is moving around. You see him on the highlight reels of when he's flying through the air, landing, jumping, moving. One of the fastest big men in the league, and he's putting 300 pounds on each foot running.
Describe that process going through trying to find him a shoe to work. I know last season, I think he went through like 40 or 50 different types of shoes that I saw him wear. Yeah. How was that process?
It's tough because every year shoe companies only have a certain amount of shoes that they can give a player. Since he's one guy out of the 100,000 shoes that they make, it was tough to hey, brand new athlete, brand new to Jordan. Oh, here's our shoes, and it's like, oh, well, man, we can't, the logistics of it just don't work. So we're just trying to find something to make it work. Until he found, then he was wearing these shoes that came to him as like a walk-around shoe, and he's like, these are perfect for me. So that's when he went to Jordan and said, hey, this is what I need. Now he's had a foot scan, and then they're seeing, oh wow, your foot is huge, so let's figure it out. And then they're really doing a great job working with him, trying to find a shoe that's perfect for him. So, because you don't see many guys in those shoes on the court. Next is Reggie Jackson. He is very, very easy to work with. He's only wears maybe 1 or 2 shoes per month, because once he finds a shoe he likes, that's what he goes for. Right now he floats between mainly just the Kyries right now. These were what he was in last year, the LeBrons, but now he's been wearing the Kyries all season long this year. This is our other rookie, Darren Hilliard. He wears Kyries, and he customizes a lot of his Kyries. So he's got the Nike ID with his number on it. And another easy guy to work with. He's got maybe 2 or 3 pairs of shoes that he just wants to. He goes back and forth depending on what uniforms we're wearing. Then we got Jodie Meeks. He's another Kobe guy. He likes wearing a lot of his throwbacks too in practice, and then wears his Kobe's on the court. So this what his comfort is for the day. So he's got a few. Let's see if he's got any back here. Yeah. So here's his practice shoes, walk-around shoes. So he likes wearing a lot of Jordans. So he has a lot of Jordans he wears for practice, and then when it comes to game time, he hits Kobe's. Yeah. So he's got a lot of these in here.
Yeah, from what we've heard, Jodie is like one of the low-key big sneaker guys.
He is. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like when we're on Stanley, like on the court, but off the court, this is probably he's got a lot. Yeah, and we wear the same size. He's giving me a lot of shoes. I'm very very appreciative. So I got a lot of Jordans I never thought I'd have. We're on to Marcus Morris. He likes wearing the older Jordans. So this is he brings them from home and wears them a lot, especially in practice. Because these are the most comfortable shoe for his foot. He wears an orthotic too, so a lot of he slips his orthotics in and out. That's the first thing we do with a lot of these guys is rip out the insole and put their orthotics in. This is the other one, older LeBron he really likes. Really likes the older LeBrons. So there's another one. I think this is his favorite shoe right here. What was that, LeBron? It's a really comfortable shoe too. We've got Anthony Tolliver now. He's new to Under Armour. So he just switched to Under Armour this year and is discovering the ease of getting shoes. So he's another guy that has a lot of shoes. Right now he's in Curry. This is probably his favorite one out of the lineup because he's tried them all and this is the one that fits his foot really nice. This is size 16. Same thing, orthotic too. And then our only Adidas guy is Ersan Ilyasova. And he has a fair amount of shoes, trying to find the right one he wants. And this preseason, the early season was a long trial period for him to figure out exactly what shoe. And he finally found the Derrick Rose he liked, which was this one. He really liked this. First time he wore it was last night. And he really likes this shoe. It's a really nice shoe.
So we solidified Drummond as the biggest shoe size here. What's the smallest shoe size?
Oh, smallest shoe size is Reggie Jackson, size 12.
Now, we saw the locker room, but we want to see what's in your office. I know we saw some interesting things earlier, like quote boards, shoe structures. Let's check it out.
All right, let's go in. Bear with me though, because it's under construction. It was this room was just redone about 2 days ago. We got off the road and I came in and I had to start repacking it, so we got a little, pardon the dust. So first, I got my, I don't know if you want to check out my quote board that we've done over the past couple of years of this as guys have come in, players, coaches, and we talk about stuff. We just write it down, anything that catches the eye.
Yeah. What's your favorite quote?
My favorite quote is the one I live by: never give up, never give in. But here's the main thing. In my working office right here, standing right, is our shoe stretcher. I got this about a year and a half ago, and I use this for if a guy needs a little bit extra width in the shoe. Maybe he wants to push out a spot that he has maybe a blister or some bunion or something that just needs a little extra space. Right now I'm stretching these shoes for Aron Baynes because it's a 15 and a half and he wears a 16. I'm trying to make the older shoe work. Right now basically all it is, it's a simple press. What it looks like here is this part slides in the front of the shoe and this part goes in the back and we push it to the front of the shoe to hold it in place. And as you twist the lever, it spreads out like that and pushes out the shoe.
In the past year and a half, how many times have you had to use this?
I can go by player. I've used it for about 6 players.
So who are the players that you've used this to?
The main one I started off using it for was Josh Smith last year. And I use it for a lot of coaches, a lot of dress shoes. Anybody in the building is welcome to use this. I help everybody out. Anybody that needs help.
And you mentioned earlier that you grew up watching the Bad Boys.
Yeah.
But you were actually a part of one of the championships.
Yeah, I was here for the 04 team. That was amazing. It's I came in right 2 years before, so I saw it was amazing. Saw the best of the best, and then seen the worst too. You know, like as we trail off, we had a great run. It was 8 years in the playoffs, which is unbelievable. It's almost unheard of. I mean, conference finals, everything, and then now we're back on our way up, which is kind of nice again. It's kind of nice to see the best come down a little bit, rebuilding, and now we're on our way back up this year, and hopefully back in the playoffs, conference finals again.
Right. And speaking of that team, you actually had a few big sneaker guys, such as Richard Hamilton.
Yeah. We had Richard Hamilton. He had a different Jordan on every other day. It seemed like, cause man, I want to say a shoe every 2 weeks. He had a different shoe that Jordan would send him. He was able to wear with his name on it and everything. It was unbelievable, all customized. It was really cool. And he was actually, one time he gave me a pair of Jordans. It was my first pair of Jordans. I never had Jordans in my life. When I was growing up, it wasn't hard off, but it was not enough to get Jordans. So I always wanted a pair of Jordans, and so when I was in middle school, I ended up getting a shoe that was, I think it was called Jordache. Had a little fake Jumpman on it or something like that. And I always remember, I never forget this, is people like when I was in school, like walk by, those aren't real Jordans. I'm like, yeah, I know. So it was really kind of cool to get that first pair of Jordans. And I was walking out in the mall, I was like, oh, this is cool. It's got Jordans on. And all of a sudden people walk by me, and all of a sudden someone walked by me and look at my shoes like this is walking by. I'm like, what's going on? Like, I got Jordans on. Is this what happened all the time? Like, I never had Jordans on before. This must happen when everybody wears Jordan. This is cool. And then I could come to find out a couple days later that shoe wasn't released yet. Because this is my first introduction to being a sneakerhead. Right. I was like, oh, wow. And I took them off right away, never put them up on the shelf, didn't start wearing them. Like, thank God I didn't mow the lawn in them or something like that.
Right. Well, Cons, a Soul Access episode wouldn't be right if we didn't see the big stock of shoes.
Yes, yeah.
So let's go check that out.
Okay, cool. We're in my second equipment room. This is where I store kind of the overflow of sweats, socks, and the shoes. And this is like the area where we have just bins of socks, compression shorts, and we got all of our extra sweats and stuff for the coaches. This side is our shoe storage side. I found that with the amount of shoes that we have to take them out of the boxes and stack them is the easiest way, because you can see what you have, easy to go to. And plus it brings up those Tetris skills I learned in the late 80s, early 90s of how to get everything to fit. Starting over here, got Joel Anthony's shoes that he has, I was talking about earlier. He only goes through about 2 to 4 a year. This right here is my Kobe section. So I got 3 or 4 guys that wear a size 13. There's no point in having everybody have the same shoe in different bins and say, this is this guy's stuff, this is this guy's stuff. So when I go to Nike, I just order a size 13 for about 4 guys, and I just get a stockpile of colors, with standard colors. This is the start of Brandon Jennings. This is what's going to get him started on the court when he comes off his Achilles pretty soon. And this is the first step. I mean, this is one shoe with tons of different colors that he can wear. And he also wears lows too, so lows are coming. I wish I could take credit for stacking all this. My assistant Chris has been helping me out big time, because we're stretched so thin that he's come in. I got a shout out to him because he did a lot of this work of getting this stuff in here. Next is Ursan, who I was telling you earlier about how he was trying to struggle to find which shoe he wanted. So this is the Ursan Ilyasova section. These are the new shoes he just got in a couple days ago after we got off the road trip. They're sitting waiting for us. And this is some of the older ones he was wearing earlier. Then we got Reggie Bullock up here with his Jordans, because he was doing the same thing, trying to find which Jordan he wanted, and now he's got the ones he likes. We got the Andre Drummond section. Those are some of the shoes left over from last year. They had some of the newer ones he tried on when he first got them. This is the one he first got this year that was, like I was saying, how his big foot, how you can see that it's a little skinnier through here. When you compare it to the one he likes, the Dub, that's the flat one that fits his foot perfectly. So that's the struggles of an NBA player of trying to find the right shoe he wants, because the amount of time that they're on the court, the amount of time they're on their feet, they got to have the perfect shoe. Because I mean, we're doing 82 games regular season plus preseason plus hopefully playoffs. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of mileage. So trying to find the right shoe is very important. And then up here we got this is the LeBrons for Marcus Morris, when because he does wear LeBrons too. So these are the ones he has. Coming down here, this is same thing. This is Stanley Johnson shoes, as he brings a lot of his own in, so I kind of keep his in the boxes. So I have to get him a few more. Now that you see a lot of empty spots here. We're at the point in the season in November when I finally figured out which shoe a guy wants. Right. So now that I know that, now I'm going to stock up for the season.
Yeah,
so
which shoe he's most comfortable
with. Especially with everybody. Like there's a lot of guys that you see in the locker room that aren't have big sections here. They will soon in the next couple of weeks, because now it's like, hey, I know what shoe this guy wants. I don't like wasting stuff. Mm-hmm. I mean, even if they get shoes off their shoe deals and it's free and stuff like that, I don't like having a ton of shoes and just having a ton left over. It's just not. It doesn't feel right. Yeah. I'm trying to be responsible with it, and it helps Nike out too. This section on the end here is our collection of shoes of leftover ones from previous years. I like keeping a stock like this just in case, say we have a guy that works out that needs a pair of shoes over the summertime. Say we have a D-League practice, we have a D-League affiliate, Grand Rapids Drive.
Maybe even like a 10-day contract guy.
Yeah, a 10-day contract guy come through and you just need a quick pair of shoes. He's got to work out, he's got to play. Okay, cool, I got a size 15 Jordan from last year. Just one pair left. I'm not sure if I'm ever going to use these. But, just in case, you got them. And and this is actually after we've donated a lot of shoes, because we have a program where we donate a lot of shoes to kids in Denver that need bigger size shoes. So we try and donate as much as possible through the players.
You touched on these. How have you seen, because, you know, those are for, I think that was a Grammy night.
Yeah.
How have you seen the NBA, I guess, develop over the years? Because it used to be just, hey, black and white or just your team colors, but now you have different types of weeks and theme nights and stuff like that. How have you seen that progress over the years?
Oh, in the last 10 years, it's progressed beyond what anybody would even thought of where it's at. I mean, we have, last week we just got off Hoops for Troops, which is, you could wear gold and red, white, and blue. They have so many different promotions to promote all the charity work that the league does, all the charity work the teams do. And just to get the word out there, Black History Month, Martin Luther King Day, Noches NBA, was Chinese New Year.
NBA Green Week.
NBA Green Week, that's another one. So it's kind of cool. It gives the guys a break from the monotony of the same shoes all the time. Like every once in a while, hey, Grammy night, you can wear this crazy thing. And they're like, oh, cool. And it kind of gets you fresh a little bit. And it's fun. So it's fun for everybody. Yeah. That's really cool. Office is in shambles. I don't have my furniture yet. Just been built a couple days ago. I just want to show you a couple of things I got. One of my favorite things I ever got was from Jason Maxiel, because we had a rapport of a lot of jokes every single day. So when right before he left, he gave me these. And referring to, I had my first cage match, lost, so I never heard the end of it from him. Yeah. So this is what his advice to me before my
yeah.
Is
that one of your favorite Pistons ever?
Yeah, he's one of my favorite guys. Yeah, we've had a lot of good guys. I've been fortunate. I don't think we've had one bad guy in this locker room. Oh, nice. It's always been great. Yeah. There's never been an issue. I've never had a problem with a guy. It's always we got to maintain that relationship, because we see each other every day. We see each other more than our family sometimes. So it's always good to keep that. I always thought this cool. This from Tayshaun Prince before he left the first time. We got him back last year. Yeah, but that was always cool, because I always thought it was cool, because when I first started, he came in the league as a rookie. That was his first year, and just kind of being in the league the whole time and start when he started. Rebounding for him. That's how everything started. This is my wee fat softball team. So I had Jonas, Ben Wallace, Tayshaun. Charlie was on the team, but he couldn't be there at the time. All right. We were probably the worst team in the league, but we had the most fun.
Well, Kong, thank you for letting us see inside your workspace. You have an awesome facility, Tetris stacks.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it.
Oh, no, I'm glad to show you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.